Today, the University of Waterloo Faculty of Environment's Ecology Lab will be going over how to use the Shrubs of Ontario key to identify a shrub. This field guide has been digitalized and is available for download or preview online for free. Check out the description of this video to access this book. Key 1 is for species with evergreen leaves, including conifers with persistent needle-like leaves. Keys 2, 3, and 4 are for species with deciduous leaves. Key 2 is for species with opposite or whorled leaves. Key 3 is for alternate compound leaves, and Key 4 is for alternate simple leaves. Here is an example shrub we will be identifying. You can see that this shrub has opposite deciduous leaves. This brings us to Key 2. Turning to page XXIV, you can see that the first option, A, is leaves compound. We will then go down and find the other option A, leaves simple. You can see that these leaves are simple and not composed of leaflets. We will choose the second option A, and then go immediately under this to the next option, E, leaves mostly opposite but some subopposite, buds covered by a single hood-shaped scale, flowers in catkins. Or the other option E, leaves are all opposite or in whorls of 3 to 4, buds with more than one scale, flowers not in catkins. If you were in the field and not just looking at a picture, you could check multiple leaves to ensure they are all opposite. Subopposite leaves are slightly offset from being opposite, but not as dramatic as alternate. You can see the flowers of this plant are not in catkins, which look like this. Remember to check the glossary if you're not sure what a term means. If you are reading an option and you aren't exactly sure, you could flip to the page, in this case 75, and check Salix purpurea, and you can see this is not our species. So we will continue on in the key. F, leaves with prominently lobed margins, or F, leaves not lobed. The margin refers to the perimeter of the leaf, and you can see our leaves are not lobed, so we will go with the second option. I, tips of branchlets modified into sharp spines, tip of leaf creased or channeled. Or I, tip of branchlets not spiny, tip of leaf not creased. Again, if you are not sure, you could go to page 309 and check. Our branchlets are not spiny and our leaf tips are not creased, so we will continue with the second option. On the next page, J, margins of leaves with coarse or fine teeth, or J, margins of leaves entire, wavy, or with low rounded teeth, sometimes ciliate. Our leaves do not have teeth, so we will go with the second option. O, branchlets and leaves with numerous small circular brown scales, fruit a red berry. Or O, branchlets and leaves without brown scales, fruit a capsule, nutlet, drupe, or berry. Our leaves and branchlets do not have brown scales, and if you were identifying the shrub when it has fruit, you will see the fruits are not a red berry. P, leaves with translucent glandular dots on the upper surface, stamens numerous. Or P, leaves without translucent dots, stamens 4 or 5 per flower. Our leaves do not have translucent dots, and if you are identifying the shrub when it was in flower, you will notice it has 4 or 5 stamens per flower. We will choose the second option P. Moving on, Q, leaves opposite or in whorls of 3, rarely 4. Flowers very numerous, up to 100 or more, in dense, spherical, long-stalked heads. Fruits, brown nutlets, in wet habitats. Or Q, leaves always opposite, paired, flowers not as above, fruits white or colored berry-like drupes, in dry or wet habitats. These flowers are in very numerous, dense, spherical, long-stalked heads, so we will go check this page. You can see that this is the species we are identifying. Note that there is a diagram that we can compare our shrub to, and a description of the species. Flipping back one page, we will find information on the genus and family. Going back to the key, you will notice sometimes that the final option in the key doesn't give us a species, but rather the genus. You can see this option, Cornus, is the genus. When we go to the page 342, there's a key to this genus, which you would need to follow through to identify your shrub down to species. The species from this key will be in the following pages. Good luck identifying shrubs, and remember to check out the link in the description of this video to download this free awesome book.